Good morning, students. Today, in English class, we will study chapter 7, The Unhappy Tree. So, before starting the chapter, let's know about its writer who has written this story. So, who was that? So, Frederick Ruckert was a German poet. This is the person, it is a person who has written this story. And he was a translator and teacher. He was also a translator, the person who translate the stories or poem from another language to another languages. And he was also a teacher. He mastered 30 languages and translated many stories and poems from them into German. Means he was knowing 30 languages and so that he can translate it many of the stories and many of the poems from other language to into German languages. So he is the writer of this story. What was the name of person? Frederick Ruckert. So let's start the story. So the story name is The Unhappy Tree. Before starting, now we will do the warm up. In warm up, you have to think about your favorite tree. Whichever is your favorite tree, you will think about it and then you will think which tree is it and what kind of leaves does it have. You have to think about a favorite tree, then you have to think that what kind of leaves it have, and then does it have any fruits or flowers, and how that tree is useful for us. You have to think about it. Okay, so let's start the story. In this story, we will know about a tree that was unhappy about something. That tree was unhappy because of something. What was that? Let's find out. So we will start from the first paragraph. The first paragraph is, once upon a time there was a little fir tree that grew in the midst of wood. So before a many time long ago, there was a little fir tree. That tree was fir tree. It is a very small tree and it was in the midst of the wood. Midst, in the middle of the wood. Wood means jungle, forest. So in autumn season, other big tree was covered it with their colorful leaves. Because it is a small tree, so other trees, when they were growing leaves and flowers, they were covering that tree also. And in winter, it was dressed in beautiful fresh snow. And in winter, it was fully covered with the snow. In this way, it braved snow and storm until springtime came, and like this, it was fully covered with the flowers and the snow. But when the springtime came, it was bare. Bare means nothing have on it. Suddenly, the little fir tree was bare. See the second paragraph. Suddenly, the little fir tree was bare. Bare means it has nothing on it. It saw the other trees sprouting beautiful leaves. It saw that other trees were sprouting beautiful leaves. And this little fir tree was covered in a sharp and prickly needles. This tree have only needles. Needles, needles with that very sharp prickles were there. That was needles. Like we are knitting the we are sewing the dresses with the needles, just like that. Needles were there on it, and instead of leaves, at the place of leaves, there were only needles. So it said to itself sadly. It said to itself, he said to himself sadly. He was very sad, and he said, all the other trees here have beautiful leaves, and I only have sharp needles. If I could have a wish, I would ask for green leaves too. He just wished to God, oh God, if you will give me a wish, I would ask you for the green leaves too. By looking around, everyone have the green leaves. All the trees have green leaves. So he wished, if the God will give me a wish, I will wish to have a green leaves too. The little tree didn't sleep well that night. That night he didn't sleep well, and when he woke up in the morning, he was shocked. He was not believing on his luck. What was that? He saw that all the needles of his its body has been gone, and the little tree was covered in fresh green leaves. It started laughing merrily, happily. Merrily means happily. It started laughing merrily and said, "Now I need not be ashamed anymore. I am like my friends in the wood." He was so happy. So he started laughing and he started saying that now I have not to be ashamed about anything, because I am also having the same leaves like the other trees. I will continue the explanation in the next video.